Hey everybody, how's it going? I want to talk to you in this video about something very, very, very important to you to be successful in real estate. Okay, and part of this, what we're talking about right now, is how to protect yourself. Not only just protect yourself in, in real estate, especially starting out, but also uh, help you be successful when you grow your business. Okay, and there's a lot of glam out there. You've seen it. The reason why you probably watch this video is you've seen other videos. Hey, no money, no job, no credit. You can buy a house, no money down, and flip this house, and you get a contract. Just do this and this and that. And you make 30 grand. You can just do this, and look at all this, all money I'm making, and here's all my students. Here's some HUD statements, and all the shenanigans. Okay, about how you can be super successful in this business, and you can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, but a lot of people want to sell you a gimmick. Okay, this is a gimmick right here at the top of my ear. But these videos I'm making are not about gimmicks. Okay, this is not. You don't need gimmicks. Gimmicks won't help you right now. What's going to help you to be successful is wisdom. Okay, I'm not an attorney, obviously, and I'm not giving you legal advice at all. Never give you legal advice. Okay, but I can give you really sound business advice. I've done a few deals over the years. Okay, had a few flat tires and this and that. Okay, the key is this: you've got to be wise in this business, and you've got to. I mean, when you're talking about real estate and transactions, all that kind of stuff, you got to put your big boy trousers on or big girl trousers. Okay, this is the real deal. Okay, and there's liability. There's a bunch of issues out there that you've got to be careful with. Okay, so the point is you want to don't be scared. You can walk in fear, or you can do it right. And so the purpose of this video is to tell you how to get your foundation, do it right. Okay, not wrong. There's so much misinformation out there, and people just don't have a concept of how real estate works and how to do things legally, how to do them ethically, that kind of thing. Okay, and this is not what this. I don't want you. I want to disabuse you of that notion right now. Okay, so that's what the purpose of this video is. So I had a person call me up the other day, like, hey, I got this property. I'm gonna talk to this person, and I want to find, so how do I just tell the seller that, give me a couple weeks and I'll find a buyer for it? And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, that's not what this is about. I mean, you don't want to be audited by the your state real estate, commission because you're practicing real estate without a license. You can't be that. You can't practice real estate without a license. That's not what this is about. Okay. If you do that, you have all I mean, you open yourself to huge problems. Don't do that. Be wise. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Okay. Essentially, wholesaling has been really democratized over the years. Okay, it used to be a thing. I mean, when you're flipping houses, you have X amount of money per you can spend, and you're putting offers on multiple properties, and you have time to fund the deals and so forth. Sometimes you can't fund. Sometimes I couldn't fund a certain deal on time, or whatever. Just my money would have cost me more, whatever kind of thing. So I would just assign it to a friend of mine, a partner, you know what I mean, a colleague, okay, and that's totally fine. It's no problem with we're moving houses around, and that's a proper way for wholesaling to be done when you have people with funds and they're buying for to rehab the properties, kind of thing, right? Well, a lot of now there's videos all over the place, TikTok, YouTube videos like this one, and Facebook and everything. These people, hey, you don't know anything about real estate, you don't know anything about business, don't worry about it. Just start talking to people and buy my book or buy my my course, and you can make all this cash, man. Yeah, just get a property on a contract, and that's what you're gonna do, and then just find a buyer and you can make all this money, and look, you're gonna be, that's not how this works. Okay, you've got to have your foundation done. So what do I mean by that? Okay, you have to be an extension of a cash buyer's business model. There's plenty of people out there who are looking for distressed properties, and they have the funds to do it. No shortage of those folks. You need to engender that relationship, get to know what they do, what their business model is, okay? And then you can be an extension of that business model. Well, how do you do that? There's a lot of different ways, okay? you can form multiple LLCs with them. That you can purchase properties, and with them, and that's the entity that is going to. You want to buy 123 Main Street from Fred Flintstone? Well, you have your entity. You and your cash buyer are part of that, and then you work through that. You talk to your accountant, you talk to a real estate attorney, how you want to get compensated that way. But that's one strategy to do this. Okay, again, this isn't legal advice. This is just business advice. You always want to talk to a real estate attorney. Well, it costs a lot of money, man. Well, then you know what? Maybe you ought to either not do this business, okay, or save your pop cans up or whatever, and hire an attorney, to look over some of your stuff. I mean, this is a serious deal. Okay, very important. All right, so get an attorney to look over your stuff. Okay, and also get a good accountant that's going to help you structure things. Okay, LLCs are really important. The various entities that you can have set up are very, very, very. It's good business practice. Okay, it's going to protect you liability wise and also tax wise. Okay, I'm not a tax accountant, and so I'm not going to give you that advice. You need to talk with them. Everybody's different, but that's important. You should do this. Okay, so where am I going with this? Whenever you get a property, when you talk to a seller, to do it right, you have to have the funds behind you to do this. It's really important to do. How can you get the funds if you don't have the funds? Build that relationship with your cash buyers. Okay, another great way to do this, okay, is transactional funding. And there's no shortage of transactional funding. There's tons of people, hey, get on the seminar and learn about transactional funding. Great. Get on the seminar and spend 2 hours watching, tell them about it. The bottom line, all it is they're going to fund your ABC transaction. They're going to ask you, so you get 123 Main Street under contract. Okay. Well, you have some cash buyers. Maybe you have 5 different cash buyers that you would like to sell the property to, or assign it, not sell it, but assign the contract to. Okay, transactional funding allows, they're essentially this third party. They're going to fund your deal between A and B, right? So then you're going to have you'll be on title. It'll be deeded to you for a very short amount of time, and then you can sell it to. Now that you are the owner, you've taken title of the property. It's in your name, your entity's name. You can then sell that to some of these other cash buyers or colleagues of yours. Does that make sense? And that's a great way to do it. That's going to cost you money. It's going to cost you, they're going to charge you points. Some are cheaper than others. And yes, you do your due diligence. But trust me, there's no shortage of, transactional funding out there. There's just not. Okay. So that's a really great way to go. All right. However, I'm going to tell you this right now. Transactional funding will only work if you've got a cash buyer that will, you have an executed contract from one of your other buyers, a C buyer. Does that make sense? So you have an A, the seller, you have A and your B, you guys have executed purchase sale agreement, and it's, you have to close on Wednesday the 25th or whatever. And on Wednesday the 25th, your transactional funding will work, but before the transactional funding will be wired to the title company and fund that A to B transaction, they want to make sure that your C buyer is on board. Okay, how they know that? They want to see that there is a C buyer that has, you have a contract, a purchase sale agreement with your C buyers. Does that make sense? And your transactional funder may ask for a proof of fund for your cash buyer. I would if I was a transactional funder, right? Hey, does this guy actually have cash? Because the transactional funder, he wants his money in and out, so they just charge points. Okay, it's quick money for him. So that's important to know, all that kind of stuff. And so why am I bringing this up? Because this is what you need to think about. Okay, this isn't just getting a property under contract and trying to find a cash buyer. Okay, that's folly. Okay, when you talk to sellers, don't tell them that, because if you do, you could run into a lot of problems legally. Okay, hey, I'm going to go try and find a buyer for this. Practicing real estate without a license kind of thing. No, you want to come to a seller with money behind you that you have available through the relationships that you've already built. Okay, be it transactional funding or the actual cash buyers. Okay, and be an extension of their business model, and you can make a lot of money. That's how you're professional. Okay. It's also how you're ethical. It's not ethical for you to go out there and get a property under contract with no money, Okay. And, oh, I want to buy your house. And then, you don't have a cash buyer and you're just sitting, you're tying up the property, I mean, you could open yourself up to a lot of legal issues, with that. Okay. Because the court's going to say, look, the judge could say, well, you don't have equitable interest in the property. You got no money. What are you doing? Right. You trust me, you don't want a judge to be telling you that. Okay. So there's legal consequences if you screw this up. So this isn't trying to scare you. Okay. And if you are scared, maybe you want to try something else, try a different business. But what it should do, exhort you to do it properly. Okay. If you've got no money in this business, get out. Okay. You got to have money in this business. You just do. Okay. If you don't have access to money, then work hard. Get a second job, third job, whatever it is you got to do. Get cash so you can put it into this business. Okay. Or get access to cash. Get line of credit or whatever. All right. But that's how you have to do this. Whenever you talk to a seller, to do it right, is you got to have cash behind you. Okay. Proper cash, not real money, not just funny money. Okay. So I hope this helps. Don't be scared. The takeaway from this video is this: build relationship with your cash buyers, know what their business model is, so that when you talk to a seller, your cash buyer or cash buyers, plural, are going to be, yeah, let's do this, because they need help. The cash buyers do that. The marketing is important to them. I mean, they're busy with, contractors and drywall, all stuff. So that you're going to be part of that. Okay. Also check into some, good transactional funding. Okay. That's a great resource so you can do this correctly. Okay. So you're not, foul of anything. And then also get a good real estate attorney, that understands real estate, not a liability attorney or, whatever, you know, no, real estate attorney. Okay. So hope this helps. If you have any questions, you need help, click down here, set an appointment. We'll talk. Tell me your goals. I'll walk you through what you need to do. But you can do this. Keep your chin up. Be encouraged, and just remember to do it right. Do the right thing. Okay, and you're going to be very successful in this business. So much opportunity right now. Talk to you soon.